38 crores? Or is it 32 crores? That is the number of people whose voter IDs have been linked to the Aadhaar according to Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat. While Rawat may give a different number each time he's asked, he is clear about one thing. This whole process was voluntary. Now, I know there seem to be some significant differences between the government on one side and, the English language on the other when it comes to the meaning of the words voluntary and mandatory in relation to Aadhaar. But even if we wanted to give the Election Commission the benefit of the doubt, their whole Aadhaar voter ID linking becomes very hard to swallow when you learn one thing. According to their own chief, they performed this whole exercise, matching the records of over 300 million people in just 3 months back in 2015. Now you might be thinking, why on earth should I care about this? This seems legit. And maybe you're right. But then you realize that if the Commission's figures are right, they were linking over 3.3 million voter IDs a day. That's like over 2,315 a minute. And you also realize that this was in the time before the Aadhaar Act 2016 and the blacklisting of 50,000 private operators and agencies. So basically, this was the real wild, wild west of data collection and security. And then you read some of the Election Commission's letters on this, and you realize that they used officials who weren't part of the Commission for the program and were even collecting data from state data hubs. The kind which put together databases which geotag people and are searchable on the basis of caste. Hey, Andhra Pradesh! And which also, by the way, allow linking of a person's Aadhaar to their personal documents without their knowledge. At about this time, you're probably going to start wanting to ask some questions. You're going to want to ask those questions even more when you find out that the Election Commission, after having to stop this voluntary program in 2015 because of the Supreme Court's orders, is now telling the Supreme Court that they want to make this mandatory. Luckily, the Supreme Court still has to make up its mind on these Aadhaar shenanigans. And so there's still time to ask some questions. And here are 9 that make a decent start. First, what really is the exact number of people whose voter IDs have been linked with their Aadhaar number? Second, on the basis of what rule, legislation or authority did the Election Commission start linking Aadhaar with voter IDs in 2015? Was this directed by the central government perhaps? Third, did the Election Commission use any private agencies or contractors to collect the data or carry out the seeding process? If yes, what exactly did they do, and how did the EC ensure that they didn't retain any data? Fourth, even if private contractors weren't involved, how exactly did the Election Commission receive Aadhaar data from voters and then seed this with voter IDs? Were any common service centers, the CSCs, used, for instance? Fifth, what are the security measures in place to protect the data collected back in 2015? Not including 13-foot high walls, that is. Sixth, has the Election Commission shared any of the data collected by them or the linked records they have with anyone, including individuals, corporates, or government departments? Is such sharing possible in the first place? Seventh, how was the EC able to receive and link so many numbers within such a short period of time? Since it was all voluntary, do they even have some records of consent? Eighth, what steps were taken to ensure that informed consent was obtained to link Aadhaar and voter IDs? How many complaints about misinformation and coercion were received? And finally, since the EC now wants to make Aadhaar seeding mandatory, do they intend to only allow people to vote after a successful authentication of their Aadhaar, whether by biometrics, OTP or virtual ID? There are already a lot of worries when it comes to linking Aadhaar to voter IDs. This can lead to intrusive profiling, which can be used for intimidation or gerrymandering. It can lead to exclusion of legitimate voters, whether because of glitches in the system or authentication failures. Remember, the government's own figures show that there's a 12% failure rate. Even Aadhaar Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad personally thinks it's a bad idea. And if the answers to these 9 questions aren't satisfactory, it could be even worse, assuming we get any answers in the first place.